Stop what you're doing right now. Doesn't matter. I want you to do this. Raise your hand as high as you can. Okay, as high as you can. Raise it higher. Raise it higher one more time. Raise it higher. Okay? One more, one more time. Raise it as high as you possibly can. And that right there is why people fail. When I said raise your hand as high as possible, you probably did this. Like you're asking a question in school. In reality, this is as high as you could possibly go. And that is what is holding you back. Sorry for the weird intro, but it needed to be said, and it's a good hook. If someone asked you to jump, someone important, let's say, your boss asked you to jump, most people would say, a good response would be how high. That shouldn't be your response. You should already jump as high as possible. And if they tell you to jump again, you jump higher, you failed because you didn't jump as high as possible. When I asked you to raise your arm as high as possible, the first time, I guarantee almost everybody did not raise their hand as high as they physically could. That's all I really want to share. There's a lot more behind it. But I want you to take that example. Use it. Do whatever you want with it. I stole that example from someone else. I don't know where I got it from, if I'm being honest. But it makes you think. Because, yeah, I told you to raise your hand as high as possible and you didn't. Why? Why didn't you do that? If someone asked you to get this done, do you make an excuse? Why do you make that excuse? There's a lot of things in life that you should question. And that is a great one. Why didn't you do your best? People always say, yeah, I tried my best. And in some cases, of course, it's true. But let's say for working out. When they say go to failure, a lot of people, when they set down the weight, probably could have done at least one more. Probably. Most of the people could at least have done one more. If you're to the point where it takes you 5 seconds to get up the chest press, whatever you're doing, you could probably do another one. It might take you 7 seconds, but you could definitely do another one. You did not go to failure. Failure means you cannot go further or you cannot do any more. This is not going to failure. This is going to failure because beyond this point, you have failed. If they told you to reach higher than this, you cannot. It is not physically possible, in which that is your failure point. Here is not. This is what you tell yourself. Don't believe this. Believe this. That's all I have for you today. I will say, definitely check out my next few videos. They're actually going to be skill-based. They're not just going to be mindset stuff and whatnot. They're actually going to be like LinkedIn, outreach, cold calling, that kind of thing. It's actually going to be some first principles stuff, and it's definitely going to be useful. I would definitely check it out. Also, there are some old videos on my channel. I want to leave them up just generally for sentimental reasons because I recorded those a long time ago, old gaming videos. That was a long time ago. I was short and fat. Now I'm like 6'1" and, lean, a little bit of muscle. But I'm just keeping them there because if I delete them, I'll never have them again. A little disappointing. I'm trying to find them on my computer. If I can find them, then I'll get rid of them. But obviously, that's not me anymore. Watch them if you want to, but please, I'm focused on business now, so don't worry about that. I'll see you next time.